Hi everyone, Caitlin here. I am here for a, excuse me, 34-week update. I am currently, tomorrow I will be 34 weeks. Baby boy, if we're going off of his measurements though, is almost measuring at 36 weeks. So, I just can't get over, I know I probably say this every single video, but how fast time is going. It flies by. It amazes me. My cat's trying to get in the door. But anyways, if you can't tell, I am in Ren's room. It is pretty much complete. The only thing that we still have to finish is the knobs. We have to wrap the knobs with some twine to match his room, but other than that, his room is completed, and it is all thanks to my mom. She has been so wonderful getting this room done for me. I'm pretty pooped out. I have to say, I'm doing, like, symptom-wise, I am doing pretty darn good. Like, I'm trying to stay active. Last I checked weight gain, I'm only at, it fluctuates between like 17 to 18 pounds, which is not bad for 34 weeks. I'm pretty proud of it. So it's mainly all baby. And I am really all stomach this time around. It amazes me how much bigger my stomach is this pregnancy than it was with Grayson's. So, symptom-wise though, I do have swelling, but it is not anything, knock on wood, so far like the swelling that I had with Grayson. It's just minimal swelling, like towards the end of the day. Now last week, when we were, not last week, but the week before that when we were on vacation, that was a completely different story. The different like humidity level and stuff. I was a swollen mess when we were on vacation, but now back in Ohio, it's pretty darn good, and I'm barely swollen at all. I maybe have like +1 pitting edema at the moment, but nothing like I was with Grayson. Today, my Braxton Hicks have been out of control. I actually had to call my OB. I was scheduled for an appointment at 6:20 this afternoon, and I had to call my OB because this morning, from like 9 to 11 o'clock this morning, I was having consistent contractions. They were Braxton Hicks. I was able to walk and talk through them. They weren't like full force or anything, but they were just very consistent. And consistent meaning like they got to like 4 minutes apart. And, hi baby. They got to 4 minutes apart. And so I called and they said, well, drink a bunch of water, which I already was because I went through this with Grayson as well. So I drank a bunch of water, and by the time my appointment came around, they moved my appointment up to 1:30. By the time my appointment came around, I was just having like sporadic Braxton Hicks like I normally do, and the consistent every 4-minute ones were gone by then. So I am having the Braxton Hicks. I have minimal swelling. I have been having some pretty crazy heartburn. I would say today has been the worst. Heartburn wise, I just took a Tums actually, so it's just settling in. And hey, my cat's playing with me. But I'm trying to think symptom wise. I am doing my insulin. Unit-wise, I kind of base it off of what I eat. I take insulin twice a day, and I check my sugars 4 times a day. Sometimes I only check it 3 times a day, depending on how late we have dinner. If we have a late dinner, it's kind of silly for me to check an after-dinner blood sugar and a bedtime sugar because it's basically the same thing. Because I go to bed when Grayson goes to bed because I'm tired. So, that's pretty much it for the update. My OB, because of his measurements, since he is measuring on the big side, the they are going to be doing I am doing weekly non-stress tests already, so I'm already being seen weekly. I started my weekly appointments last week, and I had my first non-stress test today, and it went fine. And I have my next one next Monday. And Hallie, stop. And like I said, weekly appointments. They did check me. They checked me last week, and I was at nothing. I told him I've been having more pressure depending on like his movements. I've been having a lot more pressure, and okay. And they checked me last week, and I was nothing. His head was still really high up. I wasn't dilated at all. I was still very thick, and they couldn't even feel his head. And then today, after all of those contractions, the midwife checked me and said that my cervix is thinning, and she could actually feel that his head was down there. So that is some sort of progress, but he can stay put for a few more weeks. And so weekly non-stress test. Hallie, my cat's just attacking my arm. So weekly non-stress test, and like I said, they checked me today, and I don't want to miss anything. And then at 38 weeks, they are going to check his size. If I'm measuring fundal height wise, which fundal height I'm measuring on track, which I did the same with Grace, and I measured on track with her, but she was big, and so instead of just basing it off of fundal height, I'm pretty sure that they're going to do an ultrasound when I turn 38 weeks, which is on August 5th. And they will go ahead and check his growth off of that. And if they feel like he is too big at that point, then I will be induced the week of the 5th. So August 5th, when I turn 38 weeks, if I don't already go into labor on my own. She said it is a possibility just because of the contractions and stuff that I'm having. And especially now that I'm thinning and stuff, if I do go into labor on my own, she wouldn't be surprised probably. So that is enough rambling. Let me go ahead and show you my, my cat. I'll show you my cat. She's feisty at the moment. This is her. Her name is Hallie. Grayson named her like Hallie off of Doc McStuffins. So let me go ahead and show you this huge bump. Okay. Whew. So here is the stomach. I did just eat dinner, and I am so full. I'm stuffed. So here is from the front, from the side, from the other side. And put the shirt up. It is just ginormous. I don't know how I am going to grow anymore. I just don't understand how much more my stomach can grow. And I do have right up here, you can see the dark